Your subscriber count, the amount of subscribers you got, the display of amount of subscribers shown on your YouTube channel don't really mean a lot. And I'm going to tell you why. From my short period of time being on YouTube and looking around and observing from other YouTube channels and stuff, from my observation, man, your subscriber count don't really hold that much weight. It looks good. It's eye candy. You know, it is a form of social proof. Of course, the channel that has the more subscribers, people are probably gonna feel more compelled to want to click on that channel. Let's say two channels make the same type of topic, right? The same video, and they put it out at the same time. Nothing's different. The title is typed the same exact way. Let's say the thumbnails ain't too different. People are probably going to click on a channel. Let's say one has 24,000 subscribers and one has 235 subscribers. People are probably more likely to click on the channel with 24,000 subscribers, whatever I said, because it just shows, okay, it must be some good credibility with this channel. They got a lot of subscribers, boom, boom, boom. So in that case, yeah, subscribers can draw in other potential viewers and maybe turn them into subscribers. But subscriber count really don't mean nothing. Now, I think views mean more than subscribers on YouTube in the long run, because your subscribers and scuba divers, and I'm gonna just call them scuba divers. A lot of times they just scuba dive for a second, and then boom, they go on to the next. They scuba dive somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Your subscribers, that don't mean they're loyal. That don't mean they're your friends. They might have just clicked on the subscribe button based off of a particular video in the moment. Maybe you made a video or a message that they were able to reside with or connect with in the moment. And they might be like, okay, I like this dude. All right, I like this woman. Boom, boom, boom. Click subscribe, and that might be the only video they ever watched from your channel. You see what I'm saying? They became a subscriber based off of that video and that topic, but they might not ever check back in to your channel. They could be just a one-time visitor. A lot of times on your YouTube channel, you have one-time visitors. They just pop in, they peep their head in the door. Hey, what's up? Oh, okay, hey, you like the party jumping? Boom, 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 subscribe, boom, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? After that, they might not pay a motherfucker a visit no more. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is with YouTube, man. I'll say the views, because the views will show like more consistency. Subscriber count could be anything. Like I said, you can have one-time subscribers. You could have 5,000 motherfuckers subscribe to you, but only like 200 of them are really like consistent, are really viewers that always check in with you. They solid, boom, boom, boom. And it's nothing to take personal. It's the internet. They just subscribers. You probably never going to see these people in real life. So it's not to take it personal or nothing. I'm not saying, oh, they're fake or nothing like that. I'm stating how it is, though. You can have this amount of subscribers, but only this amount really tap in with your content. So where they constantly check in, they interact with you, boom, boom, boom. That's why it's good when you come on YouTube to be as authentic as possible. If you can, some people don't know how to, but to be transparent, to be honest, to be yourself, to be real, to give people something to gravitate to and to connect with. Because if they feel like they can connect with the content creator or the person that's in charge, all right, boom, they feel like, all right, boom, hey, this dude cool, man. He the bro, he the homie, this and that, blah, blah, boom. If you're a woman, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times you got the advantage of your looks. If you're a pretty woman, people will subscribe to you based off of that. They connect with you, okay? They feel like, okay, she fine as fuck, she cute, boom, boom, boom. They gonna tap in, they gonna check in just to see what your fine ass gotta say. They gonna tap in hoping they can tap that. You feel me? But, you gotta take advantage of it. You gotta know what you can work with. But, people think you're cool. They feel like you're relatable. And that's the main thing on YouTube. If you're very relatable, people are more likely to want to, they gonna rock with you, man. Of course, if they're able to relate with you, if they if they're able to relate with your situation, certain experiences that you talk about on your channel. See, I see a lot of YouTube channels too. They come in the gate. There's nothing wrong with these type of videos I'm about to talk about, but they come in the gate just straight talking about, how to get views and how to do this on YouTube, how to get monetized, boom, boom, boom. And a lot of these motherfuckers don't even be monetized. They don't even have over 500 subscribers. And they do these type of videos and they title their videos this way so it hit the algorithm. And I get it. You got to do what you got to do. But when you make that kind of content, that's not really like authentic content from the heart. It's just you doing something to catch a wave. You're not even really showing who you are, presenting who you are as a person. You're not even showing the audience, okay, who am I listening to? Who is this person? They can't even really connect with you. They don't know nothing about you. You know what I mean? You don't got to tell them anything. Like, they ain't got to know your fucking social security number and all that. I ain't saying all that. But at least let the people know who you are first. Because what's going to happen when you run out of content? What's going to happen when that shit get played out? Or how to get views on YouTube, how to do this and that, how to get subscribed, how to get monetized, or you know what I'm saying? And two, it's not good to start your channel from scratch, base your channel basically off of exposing people, off of riding somebody else wave or whatever. You constantly putting their name in your video titles or whatever. Like I said, it'll work for a time period, but what's gonna happen when that wave die down? When that person that you're constantly making videos about, once that hype go down, your channel gonna go down. And people only gonna know you as the person that talks about so-and-so. Oh, he like to talk about him. Oh, let me check in and see what he talk about with him or her today. The moment you make a video not talking about that particular subject or that person, people ain't gonna have no interest in really listening to what you gotta say. That's what I'm saying. Like you really want to connect with your audience with who you are as a person first. And if you can't do that, then maybe it's just not for you. Maybe you're just not a person that's really exciting enough. So people got to use other avenues to get people attention. Like you're just not an interesting person. You're not cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Just understand what comes with being born. Maybe social media or making videos, making content is just not for you. But people got to be able to relate with you and to see that, okay, he's a cool, interesting person. He don't hold back. He's unfiltered, boom, boom, boom. Or you provide some kind of knowledge and valuable information that people could benefit from. And you can strike people emotional chords a certain way when they watch your videos. But outside of that, man, you know what I'm saying? So I just thought I'd say, subscriber count really don't matter, man. That's why you see channels with I'm gonna go ahead and start heading back to training courses. But that's why you see channels with like 100,000 subscribers, but they only getting like 5,000 views. Because everybody has their up. Everybody has their little wave, or if they ever catch a wave, but it's only temporary. You can't stay on top forever. So them channels with a lot of subscribers or whatever, they probably had a time when they was getting a lot of, getting some attention, getting some hype. They have some momentum built around the channel. But after a while, you can't just stay popping forever. Y'all see what happened with these celebrities. They all had their little run and then boom, they die down. That don't mean their subscribers just are automatically going to get erased. Nah, the subscribers will stay. The subscriber count will stay. That don't mean all the subscribers gonna keep giving you your view retention, giving you views and interacting with your videos and stuff. They might even forget about you. So you see a lot of channels with a certain amount of subscribers, but the view count they get is like it's super low compared to the subscriber count. That's basically what's behind that. And then like I said, some people, they go about it the wrong way with building their channel, man. They build their channel based off exposing people or talking about a particular subject without even really introducing who they are or building some kind of rapport with their audience. They really ain't got no audience. When you exposing somebody or you making videos about a certain, a person or whatever, and you trying to ride their wave or their coattail or however you say it, your audience is basically them people audience. Or your audience is basically people who either agree with you about that person. Let's say people hate that person, and you trying to low-key get clout or attention by talking about them. Whether you believe, you have good intentions behind it or not. Maybe you want to make people aware about this person, whatever, right or wrong. Your audience is basically going to be people that don't like that person. And then, like I said, once you stop talking about that person, whatever the subject is with them, that's it. The people ain't gonna really be interested in watching your videos no more. So you gotta constantly keep digging and digging. Okay. You gotta like basically milk it dry. until you run out of ideas. Because that hype ain't going to be forever, man. So that's just some things to take into account. But to get views on YouTube or subscribers and stuff like that, man, you know what I'm saying? It's really best not to pay attention to it, not to be so focused on it. You know, the more you focus on you know, the gifts and the benefits and stuff like that, when it don't come when you want it to, you're gonna get discouraged, you're gonna get disappointed, you're gonna feel like, damn, what's the point of it? You know, if you in it for the money or whatever, you know, because it's not gonna come right away. Because I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Well, I got demonetized. I really don't give a fuck, man. I just realized I had to just sit with myself and be real with myself. I mean, I'm too real for YouTube anyway. I just talk a lot of shit sometimes, or, you know, I'm just too real, man. You know, and YouTube is very fickle, man. They're very picky. They just so sensitive. Anything, they can just snatch your shit off at any moment. So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket with this anyway. But I ain't gonna lie, before I got demonetized, I was like, okay, I had just got newly monetized. I was only monetized for like a month. And I'm like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Let me see what I can make of this. You know what I'm saying? Keep putting out good content or whatever. But I kind of like it this way, man. Because you're not walking on eggshells and stuff. You could be walking on eggshells and do everything pitch perfect and perfectly right. And they'll find something, man. They can find something. You know what I'm saying? Strike a channel, give you warnings, all kind of stuff, man. But ain't nobody got time for all that. But you know, this is a way for people to get monetized and get extra income or whatever, if that's what you want to do. But I just thought I'd list some things you want to be wary of if you decide to take the YouTube route or whatever. But yeah, man. So yeah, your subscriber count really don't mean a lot. It's good to get subscribers. I believe it put your channel higher in the algorithm, but I think really the views and the consistency of the amount of views and interaction you get on your channel is really what it's gonna do it for your channel in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So don't ever feel intimidated by somebody's subscriber count and all that, because I get the same amount of views as people with 10,000, 15,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a little small channel. But when you're a real person, man, and people gravitate to you, hey, man, you know, it's going to show for it. So don't feel intimidated or nothing like that. But anyways, y'all, thought I'd do this video, man. Hit like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. I really don't give a fuck. I really ever say that in my videos. But yeah, man, this your boy Interest, and I'm out.